where no matter what happens, we got each other. Look through the eyes of a kid trying to do it big. Think you to our dad, and you know that be the Reds. Let's T W O. You better recognize T W O. You know we on the rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, twinners of all ages, it's time for another episode of Dad Talks under the umbrella of Twin World Order. I'm the dad. These are them boys, Brock Aaron, Blaze Reese, and I was going to ask you guys, do you know what you call a dinosaur who wrecks its car? Or crashes its car?
What?
A Tyrannosaurus Rex.
But
That's
the last one.
We'll get a different one.
The next one better be
Better
really
one.
funny. Yeah, the next one better be ultra funny.
Ultra funny.
Ultimate.
Is there really ultra funny dad jokes though?
No. No.
Okay. Today's topics. What are we talking about today?
Never make fun of anyone's English.
That's right. That's a topic that I think is something that we need to talk about, especially now because there's a lot more people that are coming from other countries into the United States, and that's okay. Like I said on a previous show, it takes all walks of life to make the world go around, and everybody's beautiful in their own way.
Actually, I think it was gravity and like stuff like that to make it go around.
Boy. So yeah, today we're going to talk about never make fun of anyone's English. You should never make fun of anyone's language proficiency. Say that 5 times fast. Proficiency.
Proficiency.
Oh wow! Wow, did you see that?
Actually, you heard it. You didn't.
But never make fun of anybody's language proficiency. I can't even say it for one time fast. Or anybody's accent when they do talk. Usually, if somebody is from another country and they're speaking a broken English period, okay, with an accent, that usually means that they probably speak multiple languages. How many languages do you speak?
One, and a little bit of Spanish.
How many languages
One,
do you
and
speak?
a little bit of Spanish.
See, that's the thing, is a lot of people will make fun of for instance, Spanish, right? We have people that come here from Mexico or from Spain or Guatemala or somewhere like that, a Spanish-speaking country, and people want to make fun of them or talk crap about them because they speak broken English or that they say they can't understand them, right? But with that, every show you guys do that, and it's super loud on the camera.
Oh, I didn't know it was that loud. Sorry.
But they come over here and they speak broken English, and then we have Americans who want to talk down to them or make them feel inadequate or not as smart, when in reality they speak multiple languages. They are nothing else. They're bilingual, so they can speak English and Spanish, okay? So you shouldn't have to, you shouldn't make fun of them, okay? You shouldn't make fun of anybody for speaking any language, whether it be, even if they come over here and they can't speak English. The fact of the matter is they're over here trying to make a better life for them and their family. And if nothing else, as a family person, a family man, you got to give the respect to them for that. Excuse me, about this choked on spit. You got to give them respect for that, right?
He talked too fast and he swallowed spit and he's like.
This is, you know, one of the things that I think is crazy is Americans have this they feel like they are
I'm superior.
more superior than
Got
other
Starbucks.
countries. They feel like they're a little more superior than other countries or people from other countries, when in reality, let's put it like this: while we was doing this podcast design or idea, I did a little research, and did you know that there are 55 bilingual countries in the world?
What does that mean?
That means there's 55 countries in the world right now that speak at least 2 languages.
What?
And United States is not one of them.
What?
Most of Europe, so 92% of children in Europe speak multiple languages. And I say multiple as in more than 2. In the United States, there is just under 20% of our children that know a second language. Under 20% of our children that know a second language, not multiple languages, a second language. But yet, so many of us as Americans want to make fun of or talk crap on other people from other countries who can't speak. Americans have a privilege. Listen, speak our language.
I know.
Americans have a privilege because we can travel almost anywhere in the world and talk to somebody in our native language, our native tongue. We could travel to Italy and there's going to be somebody there, more than likely a lot of people there, that can speak English and can talk to you in your own language.
Okay. They may have an accent.
How many languages can you speak?
Hold on, listen. There's a lot of people. America has a lot of privilege that we take advantage of, or that we don't even not advantage of, but we take for granted, right?
Granted.
Because Americans can travel almost anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world and find somebody to speak their language. A lot of times you'll go to somewhere in like Mexico. We went to me and your mom went to Mexico. It was crazy to me to know how many people, they would come talk to you and they might start talking to you in Spanish and then they realize, wait a minute, you're English speaking, you're an American. And so they immediately switch over to English. How many people in America can do that? I'm going to talk to you. Oh, wait, you don't speak English? You speak Spanish? And then switch over. Not very many people can do that. So
Can you do that?
most people in the world, or most Americans, can go anywhere in the world and have somebody speak with them, or they can go find somebody that they can speak with. And unfortunately, other countries can't come here and do that, except maybe Spanish. Somebody from Mexico might find somebody in this area or wherever they're at that can speak Spanish and talk to them. Talk to them in their native language. But say somebody from China, they come over here. The likelihood that they're going to find anybody that speaks Mandarin to where they can talk to them to somebody else in comfort, and not have to feel like they're constantly racking their brain trying to think of things or to be able to say things, it's very, very unlikely for most people from other countries to be able to comfortably talk to somebody here. But we could go to China and they can do it for us. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we shouldn't you shouldn't make fun of people that can't speak English or doesn't speak English good. Number one, that makes you a bully, and nobody likes bullies. But number two, they're probably, they're a little more intelligent when it comes to things, right? I mean, because they've already spoken. A lot of people. I had a boss one time that used to make fun of people that came in there and come to my work from other countries to pick up orders. And one time he was making fun of a guy who was from India. And
Got scammed.
and that's not. He was making fun of him, and I got really mad and got really upset, and
Translated.
told him that was uncalled for, and it makes him look like a very nasty person. Okay, I told him that more than likely that was, English was obviously not his first language, but he could speak English good enough for me to understand. My boss tried to act like he didn't understand, but then he wanted to try to correct him and make him and belittle him and make him feel
Doesn't make sense.
make him feel bad. But when I would say something about it, he said, "Well, I just don't understand. I can't understand him." Well, how can you not understand it, but yet you're correcting him? So you can understand. Okay, so he came in there, and then he goes and picks his order up, and then he comes back, and so I started making conversation with him, and with my boss sitting right there, and come to find out that man knew 8 languages. As a child, he learned his native tongue, which is Punjabi. Okay, he learned his native tongue. Then he learned Spanish, French. I can't remember all of them, but there was eight totals, and he learned English last. He learned English last, and that was only because his mom said that was a universal language. Everybody tries to learn English. Everywhere you go, there's going to be somebody that speaks English. So she told him to learn English. And here he is in the United States making a living, driving products for us, making us feel, being able to play your video games or drink your sodas, or he's delivering our products, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So just don't do it. Is what I'm trying to tell you. It's just not good. It's
Or
not
be
cool.
able to do this.
It's just not cool.
What if somebody was like they didn't know which one was like difference between French and Spanish? They spoke both in one sentence.
One of the things that is bad about the United States, we talk about crap about people having a hard time learning our language. English is one of the hardest languages to learn.
You are having a hard time.
Most Americans don't speak proper English.
Oh. Yeah.
Most Americans don't speak proper English. If I was to talk to, say, you guys in a...
We're learning proper English.
Listen to me. If I was to talk to you guys in a 90s slang, a whole sentence of 90s slang, you probably wouldn't understand what I was saying. Okay? But
Do it.
if... I can't think of it off the top of my head. You're putting me on the spot. But if you was to tell me something in modern day slang, I probably wouldn't understand that either. Okay? English, the English language in America changes constantly. So it's always evolving. So it's almost impossible. It's hard for somebody from another country to learn our language. And for the fact that they come over here and they attempt it, that right there should give you mad respect.
Like those one videos. Spanish videos.
Speaking of our language being hard to learn, hard to understand, hard to all that, I was going to show you or talk to you guys. So there's some comedians. They're old comedians. You will have to watch them. You'll have to watch it sometime. It's really funny. but they performed a comedy skit about the English language, and it really it cracks me up, and it's so true. There's George Carlin and Gallagher. These are some comedians I think you guys would really, Gallagher. I don't think you should probably watch George Carlin. He's kind of crazy.
I wasn't a big fan of the comedian. There's one dude, his name's like, I don't remember, it's like Caleb or something.
I'm fine watching it, but
No, he hates it. Wife hates
No,
watching him.
I'm
Anytime I try to
fine.
turn it on, he's like, no.
I'm fine with watching on
Okay.
my phone, but not on the TV.
Why?
I don't know, but it just bothers me. I
So
like shorts.
this is a performance that was done by them.
Oh yeah, I also learned.
Listen to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can talk about that stuff after the podcast. We're here to talk about a certain subject right now. Okay. This will show you kind of how crazy our language is. Okay. We'll begin with a box, and the plural is boxes, but the plural of ox becomes oxen, not oxes.
What?
One fowl is a goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of moose should never be meese. How do you say more than one moose?
Moose.
Yeah.
All them mooses.
All the
You-
uses.
You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice, yet the plural of house is houses, not heis.
Why is he sound like an Dr. Seuss?
It's probably just the way I'm reading it.
Just not
If the
reading it
plural
like
of
that.
man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pin? So if I went and told you to go get a couple pans out of the sink, why wouldn't I say, hey, go get a couple pins and we'll start
Because
cooking
there's a
supper?
pin.
We'll go give you a
If-
pin.
If I speak of my foot and show you my feet, I give you a boot, would a pair be called a beat? If one is a tooth and a whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of booth be called beef?
Oh. Done.
The one
Oh.
the one may be that, and three may be those, yet hat in the plural would be, or would never be hose.
What?
So one may be that, three may be those, yet hat in plural is never hose. And the plural cat is cats, not coes. We speak of brother, also of brethren, brethren.
My brethren.
But though we say mother, we never say metherin.
Sounds like a drug.
Then the masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine the female pronouns being she, shiz, and shim.
Huh? It's like you mix them.
Let's face it, English language is crazy. It is a crazy language. There is no egg and eggplant, nor ham and hamburger, neither apple nor pine in pineapple. English muffins weren't even invented in England. We take English for granted, but if we explore its paradoxes, we will find that quicksand actually works slowly. Boxing rings are square. A guinea pig is neither from Guinea nor is it a pig. Why is that writers write, but fingers don't fing? Grocers don't gross, and hammers don't ham. Can you imagine you was hamming a nail?
No. You grab a hammer, you hit something with it, turns to ham.
Doesn't it seem crazy that you can make amens, but not one amen?
What?
If you have a bunch of odds and ends and you get rid of one of them, what do you call it? If teachers taught, why didn't preachers prot? If vegetarians eat vegetables, what do humanitarians eat?
Humans.
Sometimes I think all people who speak English should be in an asylum for the verbally insane. In what other language do you recite a play and play at a recital?
What?
Oh.
You recite a play, but you play at a recital.
The stage?
We ship by truck, but sent cargo by ship.
Oh!
I've heard that one before.
We have noses that run and feet that smell. We park in a driveway and drive in a parkway. And how can a slim chance and a fat chance be the exact same? While a wise man and a wise guy are complete opposites. You have to marvel at the unique lunacy of a language in which your house can burn up as it burns down, in which you fill in a form by filling it out.
This hurts. Stop.
Yeah, I don't
And
like it.
in which an alarm goes off by going on.
Huh?
Ah!
And in closing, if a father is pop, how come mothers not mop?
Oh!
Wow.
That hurt.
So anyways,
Really bad.
there you go. That is why we should never make fun of anyone's English.
Especially dinosaurs, they crash
Broken
cars.
English.
Yep, they crash cars. They don't even know what they're doing.
And if you get a chance, go check out Gallagher's skit about English. Check out George Carlin.
Sounds like it hurts my brain.
It's a great comedic skit. That's been our show. So, what we learned from today's show?
That he hurts my brain.
Never make fun of anybody's English,
Or
and just
another
be
language.
nice.
Yeah, or any other language.
Just be nice. Be the love in the world that the world needs. Simple as
How do we
that.
know the world needs it? The world killed dinosaurs. That was rude.
Be the love that people need.
Okay,
Okay.
that's better.
The
Just
world
be-
doesn't need any love.
It killed dinosaurs. That's rude.
Be what you want to
Just kidding.
see.
Be nice to the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't litter.
That's been our
Turtles
show.
die.
That's been our show tonight.
You
We
did-
appreciate you coming in and saying what's up, enjoying our show with us on this Wednesday afternoon.
Actually, they probably never said what's up.
Before we go, though, I know they usually use or they do some shout outs on their show, but this is my show, so I got a couple of shout outs. Number one, I want to give a big shout out to Rita K. He had done some merchandise for us, and he did an amazing job. Secondly, I want to give a shout out to my brother Tony Rhymes.
He's not actually his brother.
Mud Grunt,
But he's like a brother.
Jay Riz, Mama Rhymes, the whole crew. Want to give a shout out to you guys. Love you guys. And I love each and every one of you. You guys got anything? What about at twinworldorder.com?
If you want some merch, you gotta go to twinworld.com
To get the good merch.
Yeah, the good merch.
Yeah.
All the
So.
other merch, you can get some of our like different channels. But
Oh, and you
we
guys
got
are-
the good merch.
Before we go, you guys are trying to get some work done,
Oh yeah, we can
work's
do
done.
some mowing.
doing some work.
We can mow, weed eat, and we can also pick up like tree limbs and stuff like in your yard. We can
What
pick
else
up.
you do? Do dishes?
I
Yeah.
don't like dishes.
You
But,
do people's
I'll
dishes?
do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, we don't like dishes, but we'll do it.
Whatever pays, right?
Yep, whatever pays.
So yeah, man, they're out here looking try to make some money for the summertime money, so they ain't harassing
Hopefully.
mom and dad all the time. They did it last year. They did an amazing job. They made quite a bit of money and was able to have some fun during the summertime on their own dollar, on their own dime.
It makes us feel rich when we have money and we go out and get 32 ounces.
32 ounce drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And-
I would like to say shout out to BJ. He's the one that
BJ.
we mowed for last summer.
Yeah. Kendall, BJ Kendall.
Shout out to him.
So yeah, man, that's been the show. Also, you guys, you can donate to these guys. Cash App is $, Twin World Order, all caps.
PayPal is
at Twin World Order.
Correct. Or you can just holler at me on Facebook or on Messenger, and we can work that out. So if you want to donate. If you don't want to donate, you suck. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Subscribe. If you don't want to donate,
don't.
just like.
Yeah, if you don't
Like
want to
and
donate,
subscribe.
then like and subscribe. Those
You
are free.
You don't have to subscribe, but
It's free and it doesn't hurt. I did it and I didn't get hurt. I was like, whoa, that was crazy good. So, anyways,
Yeah, you're
like,
mean.
subscribe,
Yeah.
share. And yeah, that's it.
Wait,
That's
what?
it for the show. So, 2 fingers up. And
Wait. Before you say that, share.
okay,
Oh,
you
you
go.
better recognize
And
W.
we're out.
We on the rise, T. W. Oh, the limit is the sky, T. W. Oh, we one of a kind, T. W. Oh, Rock and Blaze, podcast, video games, whatever you name it. Bringing positivity to the world, we trying to change it. So just call us Twin World Order, let's go. Brock, Aaron, and Blaze Reese. Just wanna be successful, y'all. Can't you see? In the spotlight, so they can't ignore us.